Special show for tricks and trips. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Today we are in Ho Chi Minh, Saigon, here in Vietnam. Welcome to Vietnam, to us, to you guys. I read online everywhere on the web that Ho Chi Minh is a beautiful city, full of nice people, full of color, full of things to do. Although a bit depressing for the war things. Let's see a little bit, you'll discover it with me. So let's start going. I wanted to film in public, but they are banning me to film everywhere apparently. All the policemen are coming to me, no film here, no film there. So that's why I'm walking while I'm vlogging. I don't really have a choice. My first impressions of Ho Chi Minh so far is that it's quite dirty, chaotic, people everywhere, but at the same time it feels a little bit more like Asia compared to the Philippines, where you're in Asia but it doesn't feel like Asia, if I may say. We'll do our best to see the attractions here in the city. What do I expect? Something a little bit depressing, sad. Am I wrong? Let's see. My first impressions of Vietnam so far is that there's a lot of French influence, so you can see baguettes, just like here actually. There it is. People are quite friendly, I have to say. And another thing, which is a first for me, is that the country is very much communist, yeah? There are communist flags everywhere in the city. The policemen have communist uniforms, so you can really feel that it's a communist country. Well, officially it's the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, so socialist communist. I'm not really into politics, but I guess that's quite similar. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the visa experience here in Vietnam. So unlike the other countries like Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia or the Philippines, you get the visa on arrival, but you need to get prepared first. So when you want to enter Vietnam, you actually need to pay a fee to an agency here in Vietnam, and they will give you a recommendation letter to apply for the visa. So that recommendation letter is actually a permission to pick up your visa. So if you apply for the visa and they give it to you and they agree to give you the visa, if you don't have that recommendation letter, you can't pick up your visa. That's simple as that. So the recommendation letter will cost you $16 US, and the visa will cost you, in theory or officially, $25 US. But the thing is, when you get to the immigration office, they will only accept cash, and there is no ATM in the airport, of course. So luckily I still had some Thai baht. My visa got approved, and when the lady called my name, she was like, okay, $25 each, $50, yeah? I said, okay, I don't have dollars, I only have Thai baht, so can I pay in Thai baht? Yeah, sure. And she took 2,200 baht away from me. I was like, okay, well, that's a baht conversion fee. I didn't remember the conversion rate, yeah? So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna argue with the immigration officer anyway. And when I converted the fee, I actually paid $72 for 2 people. So that was actually a rip-off. Other than that, there were some immigration officers there at the airport that literally took the money and were putting the money in their pockets. So that's one of the bad experiences of traveling, yeah? The corruption is everywhere in the world. In some parts of the world it's more obvious than in others. But yeah, that's the way it is. We are now arrived to the War Remembrance Museum, where you'll see all the helicopters and all war stuff. I'm going to tell you in a second because we didn't enter yet. But if you want to get in with your camera, you need to pay an extra fee. I mean, seriously, you need to pay extra to get inside with your camera. How crazy is that? Never seen this in my entire life in all the countries where I've been. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised, and not positively. Because I didn't want to pay yet, so I said, okay, I'm not gonna use it. The lady at the counter was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I said, no way you're gonna keep my camera. I'm going inside, so I had to pay the extra fee. Of course, it's not a lot, but it's just the principle. Another important thing to mention here is that the Vietnam War was actually a war between the north and the south of the country, and it actually ended here in Ho Chi Minh City. The building that you see behind me is Notre Dame of Saigon. So that's a church built by the French with material only coming from France. So as you can see, it's very European, yeah? But the problem is that you cannot get inside. You can only see it from outside, taking pictures, and that's basically it. The advantage though is that it's just in front of the post office, which is just over there. And we're going to it right now. We are inside the post office, and I didn't know, but it's actually still an active post office, so people come here to send parcels, to send letters, so it's actually cool. Special show for tricks and treats. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. So the post office is really nice to see, but thank God you don't have to pay for the entrance, because at the end of the day it's just a working post office, nothing special. I mean, for someone coming from Europe with that architecture, it's nothing special. Maybe from someone coming from the States or South America, it can be something, you know, special, but not particularly for me. We changed a little bit the touristic attractions to come here to the Ngok Pagoda, which is a Chinese temple right in the middle of Ho Chi Minh City. You can come here to relax, to chill a little bit, to get absorbed by the positive energy in this temple. It's very beautiful. We wanted to see a place where all the locals go, yeah, instead of going to all the touristic places. So we are now in, how's it called? Boi Chan? I don't remember the name. I'll put it in the comment below. And basically in this market you have a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables, a lot of clothes, although everything is closing down. But just because everything is closing down doesn't mean that it has to be dirty. I'll show you in a minute, but it's really dirty. Although the place itself is nice. It's nice, I can't say otherwise. So I was telling you that it's dirty, so if you come after 5, 6, now, right now it's 5:30, but it's Sunday, you have to take that in consideration. This is what you will find. Yeah, I was expecting a local market, authentic, full of colors. It says everywhere on the internet that this place closes at 7. Blogs, Google Maps, everywhere on the web closes at 7. Right now it's 5:30 and there's not much to do, unfortunately. So I saw a shopping mall right next door, so I think we'll go there. At least we can explore the city a little bit walking, yeah? Dove scappano? Another crazy thing about Ho Chi Minh City is that if you want to cross the road, no one is gonna stop, regardless if it's red light or green. No one's gonna stop, so you just need to cross and that's it. It's not that dangerous at the end of the day. It's just a crazy feeling, but people are not that bad. Now you're gonna see by yourself. I survived, yeah! Okay, I have to tell you this. So basically we were crossing the street and a scooter was passing by and it basically tried to steal my camera, yeah? So I'm telling you for your own good, if you ever come to Ho Chi Minh and you have a camera, hold it very tight. Very tight. This has been such a crazy day here in Ho Chi Minh City. It's definitely not a city for everyone, at least not for me. Personally speaking, I'm going to be honest. From people coming from big cities like London, maybe New York, but not even, because New York, I guess, it's a very clean city, but I didn't think much of, I definitely didn't think much of Ho Chi Minh. Not a very big fan of the attractions here. The post office was, you know, just a post office. People are kind. Generally speaking, Vietnamese people are kind, but the city itself I didn't like. It was dirty. Yeah, I wouldn't come back, seriously. Is it a must-do here in Vietnam? I don't know, let's see. So far, it is not. Tomorrow we're taking an early flight to Dalat, which is known for being a very romantic city and calmer, so let's see if it's indeed the case or not. So make sure to subscribe to the channel to discover Dalat with me. Good night to you guys, and if not, good morning.